We have another correction tool, and this one we're going to open the one called Clone. So I'm going to right click and say open with Photoshop. All right, and in this example here, we have this picture and it looks like somebody accidentally like tore off a piece of this picture before scanning it in. And what we want to do is use the clone tool to bring back the grass that would have been here and fix this image. So the first thing I'm going to do is hit Command J to make a copy. And then I'm going to look for the clone stamp tool. So it looks like a rubber stamp. This one's actually the pattern tool. I'm going to click and hold, and then right above it is the clone stamp. This is the one that we actually want to use. Okay, if you want to start using it and I click, it's going to say, could you use the clone stamp? Could not use the clone stamp because the area to clone has not been defined. So you need to select the Option key and click an area to define a source point. So that's telling me, well, where do you want to steal pixels from to actually, fill in the spot. Now, the difference between the clone stamp and say the patch tool or spot healing tool is that it literally will cover this area where I'm defining the source from. So pixel for pixel, it will copy, unlike, the healing and the patch kind of just like sampled the texture and the color and stuff, but also was like aware of the content around the spot and then it filled it in. So it wasn't precise. This one is copying exact pixel for pixel after you define it. So like I said, I have to pick the Alt Option button on my Mac. And notice that when I do that, it turns into a little target and it's telling me, what do you want to target before you fill this area in? So I'm going to click on the grass over here and then I'm going to start clicking, and notice that when I click, I get this little crosshair target saying that it's targeting that area when it's filling in over here. So just keep that in mind. If you get too far over, notice that. Do you see how it's giving me a preview of what it's actually targeting and what it would look like if I click right now? So if I click, notice that it's targeting that rip. So you have the option of changing the target area at any time while you're doing this. So I could do it again. I could hit Alt and Option right here and then try it again. Or maybe I want to be a little bit farther back here, so I hit Alt Option and start sealing from over here. And notice that there's a bigger gap between where it's targeting and actually where it's filling in. Do you notice this darkness here that it targeted and now it's repeated that? So that's kind of why sometimes you might want to change the area that you're targeting while you're filling in an area. So now it looks like the grass has never been gone and it's all filled in, so we're good here. And again, you can turn on the eyeball and off to see the kind of the before and after. And so now I'm going to say File, Save As. And I'm going to name this first name, last name, underscore clone, underscore the date, and again, format as a JPEG, save, and OK.